and 3 and 2 and 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
Craze tonight. It's another week and it's another launch party. We got a launch party coming up and it's going to be 200 pages of fun.
200 pages of fun. Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze Podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man, Vera, and I am with
George the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. What up, Mike? It is Tuesday, October 14th. What is this?
I haven't hit that button in a long time. I was like, what is that?
Word. It is Tuesday, Lou. It is Tuesday, October 14th, and we are live with you guys. We have another launch. Tonight, it is Mr. Samuel Vera's turn to deliver as we have the launch party for Forbidden tonight.
No pressure, no pressure.
200-page graphic novel, epic fantasy that you actually wrote many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
Those are some of the characters that you saw flash on the screen there. So we're going to do that in just a few minutes, but we're going to be talking a little bit about just some of the other stuff that we have going on. Do you want to start? You want me to start, Sam?
Yeah. First, I mean, last week we launched Shameless Plug, man, and it's on fire. We got some raffles tonight to give away to some backers.
Yes, we do. So last week, I had Sam Vera, aka Wonder Dog.
Hey,
Mike is convinced you were under the suit. So last week during the launch, we spun the wheel twice, and we had a couple of winners, but one of the winners, unfortunately, was Sam Vera. Now, friends of the program like Sam can't win these things on the show. It's just not fair for the peeps.
I can win.
So Sam is unfortunately, we're taking away his gift, and we're going to spin the wheel again, and we're going to give it to another backer. So that's what we're going to do first. You let me know when you want to do that. I have the wheel ready to rock and roll whenever you want to go.
Where is that?
Wow.
You want to spin that wheel? Let's spin the wheel now. Let's add it to stage. Let's go.
All right. So here we go. Now, these are the numbers that were eligible at the time when we first launched.
I got to get that going too.
So here we go. We're going to spin this bad boy. It's early, but here we go.
Round and round they go. Where we stop, no one knows. Yes, he's 19. 19.
Number 19. Number 19 is the winner. All right, so there you go. Number 19. We can remove that.
Number 19 is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
If you're number 19, you will be receiving. Oh, let me show you guys what it is that you'll be receiving while Sam sets that stuff up.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the golden cap bottle. This is it. This is the golden cap bottle. Everybody who wins tonight is going to receive one of these inside of their package. On the back of it is going to be the QR code for the second chapter of the book. So you can read that while the book comes out. It should be out in the spring of next year. And if you find me at any convention next year, I will give you the book. You just got to hand this back to me, and I will give you the book at any convention. It's like finding Waldo out there. So this is what's going to be included in your package, and off we go. So number 19. Let me add that to my list.
I'm not feeling so bad about not getting my prize.
You'll be all right. You're gonna be okay. Son. Yeah, the people come first, bro. The people come first.
The people come first.
Number
that was
19.
Strong. That was strong.
No so bueno. Sam, you're excited or what, man?
I am excited, but I do want to give some plugs out there before I do. My boy Jason Cruz, he at the time when Duty almost had an animation deal, he had an animation deal, and it was the World of Quest. It was on Kids WB.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then he's a freelance cartoonist, storyboarder, and he doesn't have a campaign, but he has his own website and he released his own book. And I went and I picked up a copy because I love his work. So I want to give a shout out to Jason Cruz. Check it out. This one's called Faded: Surviving Magic. Really good stuff. Really
Is that a new one? That's different.
Yeah, it's new. It just came out. It just came out. He just published it. I was one of the first to order it on his website. I just got it. I ordered it like last week and I got it. So I just want to give a shout out to Jason Cruz out there. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Also, there's a lot of guys like that have amazing campaigns out there. I put on a list on Facebook. Go check them out. They're doing, everyone's putting their passion projects out in the market, and there's a lot to choose from, and it's hard. So I was hoping to try to make it easy for some of our friends out there. Chris Hayes has a book. I backed that campaign. Check out his book.
The Ferryman.
Yeah, the Ferryman. So there's a lot of good stuff out there. Just wanted to say shout out to all those people out there that are doing their thing. But no, I'm excited about tonight. I wanted to get Prime Santra on the show. Prime Santra was one of the artists, the interior artists of Forbidden, and he's in Indonesia. And time differences and all that other stuff. But he did send me a video, and I'd like to share it with everybody.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'd like to share it with everybody. So doesn't have his face, but it has his voice. And so I'm going to play that in the back for you. And here we go.
Hello, my name is Pramit Santra. I'm a comic book artist from India. In 2019, I was tasked to draw a few issues for the comic Forbidden from Sam Vera. As I remember, I drew at least 2 to 3 issues of the comic Forbidden for Sam Vera, and during that time I really liked the story, the fantastical elements of the whole plot. It is not a very linear fashion story. There are many really great twists in it, and especially people who would actually buy it, they might like the last end twist that comes in the story. It is not like the rest of the mythical stories like LOTR, where everybody knows that, hey, Frodo is going to, throw the ring in the volcano and everything's going to go happy living ever after. But in this story, there is an ending twist which would just leave people questioning their questioning the climax. It's really great. Get this comic. I'm sure that people would like the story, and every element of this story, every chapter of the story can be really extended. So if this comic book really does well, maybe in future there will be more of Forbidden. Thanks.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was lucky to find Prime. I actually found him on DeviantArt. And it was on DeviantArt. I put a posting on there, and it was like 100 different submissions, and then I narrowed it down to 5. And then he was the easiest to work with. Of all the people that I've worked with outside of Anibal Arroyo, he was one of the easiest that I didn't know, because we built a relationship and a friendship with Anibal, so it was easy because we saw each other. So I'm working long distance with Premi Santra, and but he just took to the script just like Anibal did, right? He understood what I was trying to convey, and then no matter what the task was, and you'll see, in this series, he was able to just like take on the scenes. I mean, you have like these battle scenes that are epic, and it was just very impressive. And it was a really fun time working with him.
Yeah. No, it sounded like he was really into the story too, like by what he was saying. Like he really got into it, you know.
What's up, Laurie? Yeah, he was definitely into the story. He did, I think, close to 100 pages that he did over the time that I worked with him. It took about a year and 2 months working on the project. I mean, every page was thumbnailed and then inked, and so he just did thumbnails and inks, and then that's when I found Barbara Siroji on was it Fiverr? I found her on Fiverr, and she took on the helm of Coloring Forbidden. And I was trying to get her on, but was not able to get through to her. But yeah, she did a fantastic job on the coloring of it. So I was really excited to work with both of them and all of them because I had to take it out. You know, when I came back into the game 10 years later, I took it out the crates, and I was like, you know what, I got to finish this project. Initially, I wanted Anibal, but he couldn't do it at the time. And so then I reached out to other artists, and he was the one that I landed with, and I really, really loved what he did. And he has a unique style. He has a really unique style.
Has he been doing more stuff? Have you been in contact with him since he finished the book, or?
Yeah, he has a Facebook. I'll put the links in at the end of the show. He has a Facebook account. He has an Instagram account. He has a DeviantArt account. He's been doing stuff here and there. I don't know the extent of projects, but the guy's really talented.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, sounds like a nice guy too. We should get him on the show one of these days.
Yeah, if I can get that, lock in the time zone difference and all that stuff, whatever. Yeah. So, I want to remind everybody, if you signed up, I did send out an email, and I had some links to some secret tiers that you can only see if you got that link. And those are really good secret tiers. I also want to make sure, and I'll go through the Kickstarter really quick, just to let everybody know that every reward, the shipping is baked into that total. So you're not going to pay another shipping fee. You're not going to go to the next screen and you're going to see the additional cost. So everything's wrapped into one. So that whatever the price is on the reward is the price you're paying. There's no hidden fees and none of that stuff. And that's only for the US. So I opened it up to Canada and the US, but just the US, the shipping is already incorporated. Outside of that, there's shipping fees out of the US. Yeah. And then, we're going to be bringing in our boy Anibal Arroyos in a minute, and we're going to be talking to him about the series. But I thought maybe I give everybody a sneak peek of what's come on the Kickstarter before we bring Anibal in and get this game started.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me get this on screen. Let's preview. All right, here's preview. So I'm going to hit preview so we can get a preview before I hit that launch. And let me hit share page. Share screen. Entire screen. That one right there. Share. Or should I do window? That looks better. I like the window part. Share. Boom. All right. So this is it. It's 29 days. The campaign. The goal is 1250. But here it is. So this is the campaign. It's a 200-page omnibus. There's a digital reward and there's physical bundles. So do you get karaoke every 10 backers? I got some stuff every 10 backers, and I'm going to go over that in a second. Ask you for a friend. Yeah. So I have some quotes from some critics, but this is the bundle. This is the page. So there's a digital reward bundle. There's the physical pledge. And again, it's the 200-page book, and the tiers this one comes with free stickers and prints. This is the page. There is a 48-hour bundle. So they're only for 48 hours. You're going to see one of the 48 hours is the same price as the traditional bundle, but you get a whole lot more with it. It's so it's for 2 days only. So you get 3 prints, you get a bookmark, you get 2 stickers plus the book. So we have the world map is available as add-ons. It's also available on secret tiers if you got the link. some pages. Here's some preview pages from Oreos Compollo. You also have another 48-hour bundle. So there's a hardcover edition and there's a softcover edition. If we break 5,000, there's going to be the dust jacket for the hardcover that'll be added to anybody who ordered the hardcover. So here's some. I mean, this is one of my favorite pages that Anibal did and produced. You see the secret bundles there on the screen. It's there's a lot to unpack with that secret bundle. These are some amazing pages that Anibal. He really captured the drama and the mood of the scenes when he illustrated this.
This is my favorite one that he did.
Yeah, the desert.
Yeah, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, that's when he captured my hair. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that's exactly why I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a double page spread of Desert Ra in the canyons. Here's another scene with David Hunter.
Whoa.
Yeah, for the ladies. Hey, ladies.
Easy.
And this is another double page spread. It's pretty dope when to get it ready for battle. There's a lot going on in this scene, and here's another scene with some voluptuous stuff going on. But then here's a cast of characters. You know, you got Viejo, Desera, Lord Vox, Sid and Arius. You got Creepers and Shaku, an Overseer, Nocron, and David Hunter. And then you have the rewards. There's the digital bundle. There's the soft cover bundle. There's the 48-hour special. So if you look at the difference between the two, for the 48 hours, you're going to get all this. So it's an incentive to drive that through the 48 hours. And the same thing with the hardcover edition. You get 3 prints, the bookmarks, the stickers, plus shipping is covered. Then you have super tiers. This is the Deseret bundle. It comes with a drawstring bag, collector's bag, comes with the map, a whole bunch of 3 prints, stickers, and same thing with the hardcover bundle. And then there's milestones. So for every milestone, what's up, Dan Price in the house? For every milestone, when we're 25, I had a bunch of indie creators send me some digital files of their books. So every time we unlock, we fund it. So when we hit 25% funded, we unlock and you get a digital copy of a fantastic comic book by my fellow indie creators out there. And then we have backer goals as well. So there's 8 goals to unlock there. And then we have the add-ons. So you have the virgin prints of Deseret, the black and white editions. Then you have the print collection. There is a collection of 9. There's one by David Quiles. There's by Anibal Arroyos. There's 2 by Anibal Arroyos. The rest by me. There's a 9 print set for $30. Then there's the stickers and bookmark collection. The bookmarks and stickers are $3 each, or you can get all 10 for the $25. And then there it is. There's a drawstring bag, book bag, rock and style. Walk through the convention halls, rocking Forbidden, be the envy of the Comic Cons. So that's pretty dope, and it's available on tiers and as an add-on. And then there's the trading card collection, and there's a 7-card set, and there's a bonus 8th card. This is the bonus card. And they're going to be randomly packed. But there's a stretch goal that if we get to another stretch goal, we'll unlock another, which would be a 9th card. Then there's the world map. And then you can get any the back-end portfolio of Mr. Vera. You have Designated My Toilet. You have Cast of Crazies that George and I did. You have ARG, which is a short story prose that I did. And then we have stretch goals. So and when we get to that point, we'll talk about what those are. And then if you back this campaign and you back shameless plug, here's the link, click, you get this free duty print from me as a thank you. And the same thing for George's campaign. If you back his campaign and mine, he's offering a free print as well. And that print is over here. I have it right here. There it is. Bang, shameless plug right there. So there's a lot free stuff as we unlock stuff and just to back this campaign. So I'm going to play a video of Anibal Arroyo, and then we're going to bring him in and launch this bad boy.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to exit this preview, get this out of the way. Let me go back to here. So here's a little promo vid that my boy did. Was pretty cool. I had to add some elements to it to spice it up, but here it is.
What's up, guys? My name is Aníbal Arroyo. I am a self-published children's book author and indie comics creator. I've been doing it over 20 years. I'm here to talk to you about a special little project goes way back with me. It's called Forbidden, and it's very near and dear to me. It's the very first endeavor I had into the world of self-publishing. It was created by my good buddy Samuel Vera, and I first met Samuel at a Comic-Con here in Jersey. Samuel and the rest of the team, George Medina and Jonathan Syfax, and we clicked, and about a month later I was working on Samuel's creator-owned book, providing pencils and inks for the first 2.5 issues, issues 0 through 2. What I'm holding here is actually my very first published anything. It's a black and white miniature version of a promo piece I did for the book back in 2004. What we're doing now is we're launching the book. Hopefully we can get it published and out to you guys into the world the way it was meant to be, in full glorious color. So that's where you guys come in. And behind me, what I have is a few of the covers I did back in the day for the book, issues 0 and 1. And the story just, it really represents a stage of my life. I was in the service at the time, and while I was doing the thumbnails and behind the scenes stuff, I was actually stationed in Iraq doing that. So it really brings me back. Not only was it just like the dream project for me coming into comics for the first time, but it just really all around, it was like a dream come true, and it represents a very special time in my life, and I'll forever be bonded to it. So hopefully you guys come out and support us on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, which when you see this will be now, today, and we make it happen. Social medias, I can be found on Facebook as Aníbal L. Arroyo. That's my first name, Anibal, L. Arroyo, Arroyo. And on Instagram as Artista Arroyo. That's one word, Artista Royo. One word, Artista Royo. And that's about it, guys. Hopefully you guys come out and we just have a blast with it and make it happen, all right? Peace.
Artista Royo.
Artista.
That's
yeah, you don't even need to have Aníbal on the show anymore. He just gave us.
I know, he just did his thing. What's up, buddy?
In that video, he just broke it down. What up, Aníbal?
I don't need to speak, bro. Just play rewind.
Oh, just keep playing that. Keep it in the loop.
Out of loop. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
What's up, dude? What the hell?
All right.
He disappeared.
Daniel, wherever you're at, I hear you.
Sorry.
He disappeared into the drawing.
There he is.
Peekaboo.
I see you.
So yeah, Aníbal. So
yes, sir.
So much about that story that you just told us brought me back to when we first met you at that convention way back. What was it, 04?
Yeah, that would have been
05.
Damn, that was 04. Yeah, May of 04. Yeah. April of 04.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And listen, I you know the story. I mean, people probably have heard the story about the Bible that Sam gave you. They just handed it to you with all the stuff in it. Sam, you've been working on that story for a while, right? Forbidden?
Yeah. I created it 25 years ago. And then when I pulled it out of the drawer back in 2019, I started adding to it. So before I gave it to Prime Santra, I read it again. And from the point where Aníbal left off, and I said, oh, there's some things I want to add and edit, and I didn't explain this, and let me explain this. But then I wanted to Prime Santra's point, I wanted to leave the element where the reader can create their own follow-up in their mind, because it leaves you with a lot of questions, right? So I would love to, I wanted to leave the reader with like taking the adventure on their own And if they fell in love with a character, maybe tell their own version of what they thought what would happen with that character, because the end leaves it open for a future if I ever wanted to expand on the project to take it on to another area. And so that's what my goal was as I kept writing it, because I was never going to stop. I realized I had to stop at a certain point. And I was like, every time I kept writing, I said, I got to give it an ending, but I want to give it an ending that's strong enough to be able to leave you with some questions and get you maybe a little frustrated. And it's like, man, I wish this would have happened, or I wish I would have seen this. Right. Then I know that you invested in the project, and that's what I wanted from the series. So there was a point where I was typing and I just stopped and I just said, all right, now let me get an artist on this project.
But you never changed any of the ones that Aníbal did.
No, I didn't change the characters. I added characters.
No. I'm talking about those stories. So that, in other words, you didn't have to redraw that because you didn't change the beginning.
No. I didn't change the beginning. I changed. I added to the middle and end. Yeah.
Yo, Aníbal, looking back at the book, man, what do you think?
Well, I've told the story before, but I gotta like take it back before I go forward with it, like meeting you guys and all that. If anybody out there has not already heard the story, I met them at the Star Wars convention here at Secaucus, New Jersey. They were the only guys pushing indie comics in a convention full of Star Wars stuff. You know, guys dressed as Wookiees and R2-D2s and Luke Skywalkers, and they just did not fit in.
Yeah, you know why we did it, right? You know why we did that convention?
Sam had a space opera type of story, I guess it was. I don't remember what it was.
Cosmic Wars.
Cosmic Wars. Yeah, Cosmic Wars.
We were like, yo, this would be perfect for Cosmic Wars.
Like, I'm not like a huge, I like Star Wars, but I'm not like a huge, like, fanatic about it. So when I was there, I'm like, damn, this really isn't for me either. I'm looking around, I'm like, who the hell can I talk? And then I saw you guys who looked a little worse off than me. And, I approached the table, we got along, we clicked. And like I said, a month later or so, I was doing the Forbidden Story for Sam. And like my experience with it, man, I'll tell you guys, just even opening the book, it takes me right back, bro. Because literally I'm doing thumbnails in freaking Iraq, right? In the desert. You know what I'm saying? There's like limited electricity. You know what I'm saying? There's like 5-minute showers. You got to walk like half a mile to get to use the John or whatever. And you got to take your partner, your wingman, you know what I'm saying? There's no toilet doors. The guy's got to stand in front of the stall to cover you, and it brings me back to that. And like I said, I'm forever bonded to this story. Like when I first got the deal, like I'm telling like my family and my close friends, hey, I made it. I'm in comics. I'm drawing comics now. Like it was just such an exciting time for me. Right. And I had just come home previously. Before that was actually like my third Comic-Con where I had like taken my portfolio to talk. And my first one was funny because I talked a friend of mine from the military to going with me who was also an artist. And big mistake, bro. He got all the shine. Okay. All the guys looking at the stuff were like, oh, your stuff is really good. Oh, when I came up, it was like, okay, good job. And I was like, damn, okay. I'm not doing that again. So I started going by myself. And at the convention I went and met you guys at, I was kind of like leery, like to take my portfolio in, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even want to take it to the convention at all. I took it because my wife talked me into it. And I left it in the car at the time. And when I talked to you the first time, I told you about it. And, I still didn't have the guts to show you. I walked around for a little bit and Jonathan came back and got me. Jonathan was like, hey, bud, we'd like to take a look at your portfolio or whatever. And that was, that was the catalyst, as they say, that kind of, sprung us forward or whatever. And, man, like I said, I love looking at this stuff. And it's just an amazing feeling to know that, I did that, and here it is this many years later, and it's still, I feel it's still relevant to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's still, fantasy never goes away. That type of stuff never dies. So that's like something that can continue forever. You know what I mean?
You know how I know that was a long time ago, and it was like a different time, because not once were you offered money. and it was okay. You made it. Not once was money spoken about.
I gave him all the supplies.
I got Comic-Con tickets. Is what
Yes, you got free Comic-Con tickets.
Bro, at the time, I was so wet behind the ears. I was just happy to be doing it, bro. I was just like, yay, give me. I want to draw. Yeah, I would draw stuff over. Like, if I wasn't happy with something, I'd be like, no, that's not good enough. Sam's not going to like that. Let me draw that over.
My man was in the war zone.
I
we
was
talking about
bro.
We were poor famous. We were broke famous.
I was committed, bro. I was committed to that.
You were committed.
I was telling dudes I met in Iraq about you guys. I was like, yeah, when I get back, I'm going right back into my comics. I'm working for Crazy Comics. I even tagged it. If you guys remember, I tagged it on a freaking missile. There's a picture of me tagging Crazy Comics on a freaking missile that we saw out there.
That's crazy.
Bananas,
that's the last
you cannot
thing
imagine the feeling that I had doing it.
Yeah,
you cannot imagine,
crazy.
bro. It was so exciting.
That will never happen today.
Nah.
Never. That story will never happen today.
Yeah, that's just
good times, man.
A moment in time, brother. Yeah, man.
Thanks for so much.
All right, so I want to remind everybody tonight's raffles before we begin. I'll be raffling off 3 things tonight. I'll be raffling off a copy of the comic strip that I did.
We're crazy guys.
I gotta work, right? And I will also be raffling off Psycho Sal, the Duty cover edition. I'll be raffling that off tonight, and I'll also be raffling off the Herman story in the anthology that was released on Free Comic Book Day. So those are 3 raffles that we'll be starting off with tonight. It's going to be fun. For free, yes. I'm working for Crazy Cow for free. No, there's no such thing as free. Stop it. And we had food. And
I got exposure.
We had sandwiches. We had sandwiches. All right, so I'm going to play my video, and then we're going to hit that launch button, and then get this going. All right. So here's another video from yours truly, just talking about the campaign, and then we're going to get in it.
Hey guys, many of you know that I've created There's an Alien in My Toilet, but you might not know about Forbidden. This 200-page omnibus epic fantasy series is 25 years in the making, and I've worked with amazing artists, colorists, and letterers to bring it life to you right here, right now, finally on Kickstarter. Forbidden is filled with magic, mystery, adventure, drama, lore, deception. The campaign is filled with exclusives and limited editions and rare finds that you can only get on this Kickstarter. And if you signed up early to be notified, that means you received a secret link to a secret reward tier, which is limited to a few. So get your hands on it and get it now, because it's gonna go fast. But to everybody else, you won't miss out, because there's a lot to offer and unpack with this amazing fantasy series. So pledge today, enter the Forbidden. Let's finally put an end to Nocron's reign on the Nocturnals, and let's give rise to those who have been confined to the underground for centuries. Are you in? I hope so. Pledge today.
I hope the Obama smile worked, but let's
lost this bad boy. Videos where you come in with like a cardigan and you take off the cardigan, you put on your sneakers.
Mr. Rogers,
you gotta come in there. You got the soft voice when you do these.
Oh man,
it's
thank
great.
you. He says I have the lustrous voice. So let's get this party started.
Sam, I gotta ask, what's the lighting that you're using on those videos, man? That's like, it's tricky to get my lighting right. Do you have like a specific? I'm using this right now, and then I got like my overhead light here, and it's still really dark. In that video, like that light's like right there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was my overhead light. I had the camera on my face.
This kid is like a professional, bro. This guy's good.
I do be throwing shit off the rails, bro.
Special effects.
It sounds like ready to click the button, and you're like, wait a minute.
We're already live. I just clicked it. We just launched. We're live. We're live.
What the hell?
We're live. So so again,
wait.
There is a secret reward.
I'm not done throwing stuff off the rails, by the way.
What?
There will be more. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
There will be more. Yeah. So there are secret tiers that you can only see that's not on the Kickstarter landing page.
I have my own button.
And that's it. Where's my Don Julio? Yes, so there's a secret tier. Check that out. But yeah, the campaign's live. And again, I'll be doing some raffles tonight. There are free digital comic books from friends of mine and independent creators that'll be offered as stretch goals. So as we get closer, I'll be unlocking a lot of them. We have 8 different free additional stuff. Plus, if you back this campaign and you back Forbidden, you back Shameless Plug by George Medina, you're getting 2 prints, one from me and one from George. So there's a lot of free stuff and a lot of free swag. So go ahead and check it out. And yeah, man, let's get this game started. I also have a game. I had to change one of the questions because you gave a lot of answers to questions that I put, like, where did we meet? I put that was one of the questions. Where did I meet Anibal Arroyo? Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I've changed it in real time. So everybody who's in the audience, we're going to play a game. We're going to play some trivia and how well you know us. How well you know these 3 chamacos. Right? So we're going to be playing that game in a second. And so I got to get my calculator to see what percentages we are when I start unlocking some of these stretch goals. We got 5 backers. We're 5 backers away from the first. I think the first one I'm going to be raffling off the Cycle Sal by me. We're 6 backers. The Cycle Style by me. And again, this is for physical backers. Now, digital backers, I will have something for you guys if your name comes up. So for digital backers, if your name comes up, you won't be getting a physical reward, but I got something, a surprise that I'm working on that I will announce next week on the show because I'm still working on it. But you will get something as well. So there's something for everybody. But this Cycle Style for physical backers, if you backed it, when we get past 10, I will be raffling this off tonight. And that'll be the first of one. What's up, Elliot in the house? Be our neighbor, Sam. I actually like that idea. Release the Krakens. I know. I like that idea. And so I don't even know what I got to do the math. I think we unlocked one of the
you didn't think that through exactly.
No, man. It's a one-man operation here, bro. I can't do it all. I need my calculator. Where's my calculator? Hold on. I think it's when we got to 25%, we unlocked. Let me see. Let's see.
I was expecting like a drum roll for the launch.
It says you see what happens is you ask the question. Sam was like, "I'm not waiting," and he just pressed the button. That's what happened there. He's like, yo, nah. I got like this.
No multitasking. No multitasking.
But I am sure 25%. What's 25% of 1250, George?
You're about there. I mean, 305.
Oh, we're almost there. We're almost getting ready to unlock that. Sam panicked. I did panic because I know there are people who are not watching the show that probably went on the campaign at 7 o'clock. They go, he lied to us. It's not live.
Mike said he panicked. He's just like, I gotta hit it. That's hilarious.
But no, when we met you, Anibal.
Yes.
John was after you because it was for Street Journal.
He was after.
Damn.
That's
right.
What it was. That's why he went after you because he's like, I want him for my book, and that's how it originally started. It wasn't forbidden.
Yeah. That should have been a question on the trivia.
I know.
Oops.
So we're at 6.
It's true. Yeah, John. That was the original. Yeah, I was originally supposed to work on Jonathan's Street Journal, which I ended up working on later on anyway. But that's neither here nor there. So
yeah. So
we'll leave that for another show.
We're gonna play the trivia. You guys have to use the code that's gonna be on the screen to play the trivia. 1250.
Thanks, Laura.
Laura, you're the best. Thank you so much. So yes, we're a couple of bucks away.
I mean, you could do it, but I know Sam's not doing that till that's 25%.
Well, you're gonna make me look bad, bro. You're gonna make me look bad. Yo, I got 12 kids. I got 12 kids. Come on, stop it, man. I got all these mouths to feed. Right? All right. So just making me look bad. You're welcome. All right. So I'm gonna present this on the screen, and there's a code. It's called Menti. If you've never used it before, where is it? Here it is. Let me go back on.
You're putting something on the screen, you said?
Yep. There it is. So to play the trivia, you need to check that code. and use the app, Menti, menti.com. Use that app and answer the questions. This is fun. Did our card break down?
Yo, Menti better be freaking sponsoring this show right now.
I know, right?
Menti, mad business.
All business, all business. She said, "Yo, man, we're giving them." So, where did the card break down? The Bronx Zoo, the Big Apple Comic Con, or the Frazetta Museum? Pick the answer. See if you can answer the questions. I want to see how many people picked which one, and let's get this going. So you need to. The code is 19081477. It's a free Menti on your phone.
Hey,
and
Sam,
to participate, yeah.
Can I give them a clue?
No, man, no.
Yo, put the code. Put the code in the
you know
chat.
how they do like on that show where they call in for like a call help line?
A lifeline?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what they do first. So are you guys ready to participate?
Yo, but I like Anibal's idea. Like, if you need a lifeline, you can choose between George or Anibal, and we can give you a clue if you're stuck.
It's
cool. Just say which one you want a clue from.
Yes.
Yo, you want to put that code in the chat just so that they have it?
Yes.
In case they can't see it.
Sorry.
This is so Menti, huh? Never heard of that. You ever heard of that? You Menti?
I don't know. Yeah, nah. What is Menti?
Never heard of that. Yo, just a reminder. Go ahead, Sam.
Menti, we use that. I use it for like trivia at work and team busy. Oh, we got one says the Bronx Zoo. All right, let's see.
How dare you? Where did our car break down? The Bronx Zoo,
that?
Big Apple Con, or the
That don't even make sense, bro. They don't do Comic Cons at the Bronx Zoo.
Damn, we judging the answers.
I'm saying.
All right. Yes, we just unlocked the first goal. We just unlocked one. I gotta go and pull that up and see what that was.
Nice. Oh snap!
I gotta pull it up. I don't know which one it was, but we did unlock a digital download of a comic book from one of our fantastic independent comic book creators. So we got one person so far with the Bronx Zoo. If you want a lifeline, you can ask either George Medina or Anibal Arroyo.
Crickets.
I know. Everyone's like, "What the hell?" They're like, "How do I use this phone?" It's like, yeah, Menti. We always do it for like team building and icebreakers. We always use it at work. Yeah, it's a really good tool to use.
Menti. What about if you guys? What if they just start running a campaign in Menti? There, Sam. Many hats. what do you want them to just answer it in the chat?
Answer it in the chat if you can't answer it with Menti. How about that?
Right. If Menti's giving you a hard time because you got to get off from watching the show, and then you got to go into the website and stuff.
That's way easier.
Yeah, just answer in the chat. The questions are here. Answer in the chat. As a matter of fact, I'll take notes as far as like who's at, how many we got of what. I just don't know who. I won't know who. Actually, I won't. Here we go. All right. Start answering in the chat. Where did our car break down? Was it the Bronx Zoo, Big Apple Con, Frazetta Museum? And go. Go. Okay, Lori says Big Apple Comic Con. All right, so we got a Big Apple Comic Con. When do we give them the answer, Sam? What are we doing?
I'm ready to give the answers now.
Oh, well, I mean, hold on. There's more people. There's more people answering.
You tell me when, George. You tell me when. Anibal can give me the answers when they say.
How many people are in the chat so far that have been going back and forth? Mike, what's your answer, Mike? Come on. Unless he already answered the Bronx Zoo. And I know Lou's in the house. Dan is in the house too. What do you guys think? All right, I did see Mike said Bronx Zoo.
Okay.
Well, Mike said it was Mike. It was Michael. He's like, come on, man.
Oh, there it is.
Menti. Mike, look at it, Michael multitasking. All right, so we got Big Apple, the Bronx Zoo, Anybody else? Anybody else? Wait, so are you giving a prize to the one who answers the question?
No, this is just this for fun. The prize is the raffle. We're just having fun to see how well they know us.
Lou says
got another
museum.
answer.
Lou says the museum. Who else we got? Dan, you still there, buddy? If you're still there, what do you got? We'll give it.
I do, Mike.
Viva likes the monkeys. All right, we'll give it 5 more seconds. Ready?
5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. All right, what's the answer? The answer is
Frazetta Museum.
The Frank Frazetta Museum.
Lou
we went there on a field trip and the car broke down.
Yes. Yep.
Dude,
yes.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Like, all right. So who's gonna tell the story? Who remembers it the most? Because I
remember details, bro.
Which story? The what happened?
How it broke down? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, it was a newly purchased used vehicle by me and my wife, and it was the first time that I took it out on long distance outing. By long distance, I mean further than work. And I hadn't properly tuned it yet, and I took the chance. And right as we got there, on the front lawn, the parking lot thing that they had, their driveway, I couldn't get this car started again. So I ended up calling. Like it was before cell phones. Right? We ended up walking to like a pizzeria or something to make a phone call so I could get a tow truck or a guy to fix. There's a picture of it. That my clue to you guys was gonna be, go look at my Facebook. There's a picture of me like pissed off looking at the car and the mechanic or whatever. I think Sam took the picture, and I'm just leaning over, and so it was all me. That's basically the story. There's a little bit more to it that I know Sam wants to tell, and this is I'm gonna tag out. I'm gonna let Sam tell this part of the story because he's dying to tell it. And
and that's what makes it so much fun. So we get there, right? And the museum's not open. So the museum's on their estate. They have their house and they have the museum on the same property.
Yes.
And so the museum wasn't open yet. And so Anibal needed to go to the bathroom.
I had to go back.
So he goes walking over to Frank Fazetta's house, knocks on the door, and says, "Can I use your bathroom?"
And the kicker was when I went, I opened the bathroom was in the museum, so I go to the museum because I've been there like more than once, and I clearly remember. I opened the bathroom, and I'm looking around. There's no toilet tissue, so now I gotta go back to the house, knock on the door, and ask poor Miss Frazetta, who was a lovely lady, wonderful person.
She was
like
amazing.
she was like this hippie chick. She was so cool, and I said, "Look, you guys don't have any toilet tissue. Can I please get a roll?" And so I was. Oh man, it was like this, and that was, I think, one of our very first outings together, I believe.
It was a beautiful drive. It was nice.
And it was a memorable one, man.
Nice.
We had to walk. We had to walk on the road to the pizzeria.
Yeah.
She sat on the floor with her. She told us amazing stories.
Oh man,
that was
she was so cool. She was so cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like there was no cell phones to just call.
We were rebels. Remember, we helped carry out some paintings, and the first thing they said was, "Do not take pictures of the paintings." The first thing it's a picture of me, George, and John holding the freaking paint. It's on my Facebook. I think it's the Death Dealer. It's like a famous one.
It was Death Dealer. Yes, on the horse.
Crazy bananas.
And we just missed him because he was going to the dentist, and we saw him drive off.
We saw the car drive off. Yeah, man, amazing.
So we are three. Yes. So we are 3 backers away from the first raffle, but we did unlock Rush 5377 digital copy. So if you so that was the first digital reward. So if you back this campaign and you back shameless plug, you get 2 free prints plus. Everybody gets this digital download of Rush 5377.
Sorry, Sam. I'll be the sound effects since you can't do the button, while you're talking. Sorry, but
there it is.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah. So all right. So the next question.
Man.
Next question. Let's see if they get this one.
Question.
Where is it? Here's the next question. Where is it?
Here's the next question.
Hello.
Okay, he disappeared.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. I was looking for the arrow. Where did George and Sam first meet? Midtown Comics, Mercy College, School of Visual Arts.
Okay.
Survey says.
Mercy College is now Mercy University, by the way, just in case anybody
It's a
cares.
university. Big time. Big
It's
time.
University, dog.
Multiple
Damn,
choice
big
helped
time
me on
guy.
this because I almost forgot.
Really?
And when I saw it in a multiple choice, I was like, oh, okay. I almost forgot.
Lori says she gets the 2 prints. High five. Hi.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you. Yeah, muchos gracias.
All right, listen. While
got
we
Mercy
wait for
College.
the answer,
You guess Mercy.
while we wait, who guessed it? Who guessed Mercy?
Lori.
Lori said Mercy College. Okay, we got one for
Yes.
Mercy. All right,
Lord of
so what else we
mercy.
got?
Mike is sticking to the Bronx Zoo.
Mark is going to the Bronx Zoo. Yo, Seb, you want to do a spin on the wheel while the people think about it?
Spin it.
This is your wheel?
Yeah. For the
Spin
next
the wheel,
Oh, okay.
dog.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
in
Spin the
between,
wheel.
we'll be
Sure, let me
multitasking
get
like
this-
a mofo tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me switch. Hold on.
So where did George and Sam first meet? I actually wanted to say behind the dumpster where Dante hangs out, but that wasn't an option. School. Is that SVA, Lou? Is that what we're saying? School of Visual Arts?
All
right.
I think that answer is acceptable.
That's acceptable. I'll take it.
How do I
So
get George
Midtown
back on the
Comics,
screen?
Mercy College, or
There it is.
All right. So while we wait for your answers, we're gonna do another spin of this bad boy right here for another one of these little cards that you guys are gonna be getting for a free graphic novel. So here we go. You ready? Drum roll, please.
On and on and go. Where he stops, nobody knows.
The number is
45, 46,
No,
46. Picking up sticks.
46. Thank you very much. We'll remove that, and we're back to our regularly scheduled program. So we got school, we got Mercy. Mike, what are you thinking? Mike's still in the chat.
Only the number that won gets to know who won. Like we don't get to know.
No, we don't get to know. It's going to be a secret. Like, who the hell is number 46? So 46 is the next winner. Let's see, who is 46? Oh, okay. Interesting. George brought his pencil. All right, what's Sam doing over there? Sam's the producer. He's got us on hold.
Sorry, my bad. Oops. I think I did. So what did you say? So what's this one? At the stage?
Add yours to stage. All right, what do we got?
We had 2 answers so far.
At the stage.
You got 2 answers?
Are we waiting for like a number 3?
Now let's
These
give
3
it
answers.
and 5, 4, 3, 2.
Daphne, you got it. It's Daphne and Lou.
Nice.
Hey, that's
Nice.
Daphne. Remember, what's up, Daph?
SVA. Correct.
I like that time limit on the question, George.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a good feature, I think.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do time limits.
Yeah.
So Sam and I met at the School of Visual Arts way back in 2000. And what was it, Sam? 2003? Was it
2003, I believe it was.
Yeah, 2003. We met in a what is it, life drawing class?
Life drawing class.
That's a nice fun story. Who wants to tell that one?
Let Sam tell that one. Sam loves this. Sam loves the stories, bro.
So,
So here we go.
first of all,
First
they don't just get regular people; they get people straight out of adult films, right? So they get this guy. He comes in, right, and so I'm like, I don't want to look at that, right? So he comes in and he's doing a balancing act, right, and with his parts. And so I turn and George turns and we start talking to each other, and we just start talking because we're both not interested. And then he had a hip hop duck comic ash can.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how we started talking because I
Would
was
that
like,
be
yeah,
Wonder Duck?
I remember.
No, it was
So
another
the teacher was crazy. So he would put these people on a table, but put a chair on top of the table with them nude, and they're about to. I remember I was walking out of the room and the guy was about to fall, and I was like, your initial reaction is to go and help, and I was like, oh no, I was like, no, I was like, I'm out. That's the last thing I need. And it's like Kodak moment. I was like, I'm out.
Grabbing the wrong limb.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, didn't mean to grab you there.
Sorry, I need to grab that.
So yeah, it was that's how George and I met. We were in the life drawing classes in SBA. It was awesome.
SVA, yeah.
And it's been a bromance since then, huh?
It's been a bromance since then.
That was our meet cute right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, great. All right, Sammy, what you got next? What's the other one? Okay.
What year was Catch the Craze podcast formed?
Ooh, wow.
01, 03, 05. Survey says
03, 05.
Okay, I remember this one.
What do you guys think? 01, 03, 05. Well, got 05. It was for Sam.
What's the clock? What's the clock ticking?
We're gonna give him another 20 seconds. 20 seconds, guys. Trying to get him to say. Sam's not taking the bait today.
We got an answer. Lupins.
Sam's focused on other things, but she got Lupin.
05.
That's 2 for
I don't have a
05.
studio engineer.
3 for 05. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, it was 05.
It was 2005. Yes.
2005.
Yes. I went to a pod camp at the New Yorker Hotel and to learn about podcasting because it was going to be the next craze. And then I ran to Sam Ash and I said, hey, I just learned about podcasting. They say I need a mixer. I need some mics. I need it has to go to my computer. And the guy walked me through it. I spent the money. I set it up. I said, yo, George, we're going to be podcasting. Catch the Craze. And he's like, what? And we took off from there. And that's how we did it.
Oh, man. So check out the thinking of our audience here. Lori's just going to copy whatever Lou says. That's Lori's
Because
Lou is on a roll, bro. She's on a roll.
Lou and I have long conversations when we're drawing together. So Lou should be a historian by now.
She paid attention.
Yeah. Michael San Martino says, yeah, because podcasts weren't a thing in 2001. So by the process of elimination, he decided 01 was out the question. So, and then Daphne's listening while she's working. She's waiting. It hasn't updated on that. I've been hitting the update button. There are 7 backers though. There are 7 backers, $330 so far.
7 backers. We unlocked the first. We're at the 25% mark, and we unlocked Rush 5377 digital download. So everyone gets that. There are 8 more digital downloads available to unlock. We have backer goals and dollar goals, percent goals, and the next milestone is 50% to funding. And when we get to 50 backers, we'll unlock one of the other goals. But if you back this campaign and you backed George Medina's shameless plug, you get 2 free prints, one from me, one from him. So there's a lot of free stuff. And then we get to 10 backers. We're raffling off Cycle Sal with the cover of Duty by Me of Cycle Sal. So I'm raffling that off and we get to 10 backers tonight. And so let's go back to the last question on the Mentimeter. And the last question is, how many artists worked on Forbidden? Were there 8? Were there 5? Were there 2?
Wow. Is this a trick question, Sam?
It's not a trick question.
All right, Mike. Peace, bro.
It could be. All right, guys, back to work.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike.
Appreciate you.
Good question.
17. That wasn't even an option.
I wonder what Lou's going to say.
Come on, Lou. What do you say?
That's 17. We're going to give this one 30 seconds. We're going to give it 30 seconds, and then we're going to give the answer. Here we go. You know what? I'm kind of like, because
Lou.
Lori's like, Lou?
Come on, Lou.
She's thinking. She goes, I don't remember Sam sharing this.
Yeah. Let's see.
So Lou says 5. Lori says 5.
Lori says 5. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It was 5.
Yeah. 5, right?
It was 5, right? So the pinch hitter was David the Wolf Quiles.
All right. So who are your artists? Go.
there was Prime Santra, Anibal Arroyo,
Yep.
David Quiles,
Yeah.
Eric Ifata, and yours truly.
Eric Ifata.
Yep.
Okay.
Yours
Wow.
truly. Yes.
Wait, so what did Eric? Oh, he did the
he
cover.
did the wraparound cover.
The wraparound cover.
Yeah, David Quiles did one of the covers.
See, I thought you were including colorists
No.
as artists. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were going to include colorists. That's why I
Right.
was like, but it didn't add up because Victor, remember?
Yeah,
Victor,
I was gonna
Victor
say.
did, he colors. Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Barbara did the other thing, but that was
Yeah.
only 7. So okay, so 5 was the answer.
5 was the answer. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the Wolf, he actually did a piece that's one of the prints that's available on the campaign. David the Wolf Quiles, another fantastic illustrator.
The Wolf.
Yeah, we met him at the Big Apple Comic Con. I had to get my glasses and magnifier. Yeah, we met David at the Comic Con. So it was, I think you met him first.
Yeah.
And then introduced him to me.
Yeah, I remember how we met. We met him at the Big Apple, definitely the Big
He
Apple.
had a table.
Did he know JD? And that's how we met him? Like,
yeah, he knew, he knew JD Calderon.
Brian Kahn, right?
Brian Kahn.
They
that was the crew. Those 3 were a crew.
Which, by the way, I saw him this weekend at the New York Comic Con.
I couldn't find him, bro. The alphabet system was all.
No, he was in the main floor. He was in the main floor.
He was. I thought he was in Artist Alley.
He was in the main floor.
Okay.
Like in the 1700s. Like he was.
Man,
yeah.
Okay.
That's like his spot. Like he's right.
Yeah, I do remember
spot.
him being. Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster, man. His artwork.
David.
Insane.
David is
No, Brian.
Oh, Brian is. Yeah, Brian. His work ethic is. Brian's work ethic is.
But he's
beyond.
been in Artist Alley before too, though. I remember seeing him in Artist Alley.
Yeah, I'm sure he has. But I know. You remember when Brian? One time we were in San Diego, and we were like there were like 15 dudes in a room. Like it was like crazy back in those days.
Beast, bro. Beast.
And Brian was up like all night sketching cards. It was insane. It was insane.
All night. I mean, he would work all day. We get up early. We get up at 6, 7 in the morning, right? Yeah. And go get breakfast and then head to the con. And then we go out to dinner and we're partying. And then we get back to the hotel while we're all out there hitting the sheets at midnight. He's up there till 3 in the morning drawing commissions because he has orders to fulfill. Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand. He was just built the whole different
hardworking brother, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was insane. Yeah, no, his work ethic is crazy, and his setup. I mean, you look at his prints; they're gorgeous. Like, he's really gotten into the sports, I guess, like that kind of stuff with the cards and all that.
Yeah, that seems to be like his bread and butter right there.
That's his thing. And the likeness, like he's really good at drawing likenesses. You know what I mean? That was something you were doing a lot too, Anibal, right?
Yeah. I went through a little period of doing that stuff. Yeah. That was right before I started doing like my own, books and stuff. I was doing that stuff.
Yeah. So the looks of the characters, that was something that was inside the Bible, like for Forbidden. That was something.
So I had character designs.
Yeah.
Anibal beautified them, right?
Yeah,
so
I had visuals.
Yes, I had all the visuals and the designs for the characters, and then he put the Anibal touch to it. Because nobody does hair like Anibal. I mean, he should have just been a hairstylist, bro. It's like Vidal Sassoon.
It was cool to just have that, already there for me, and kind of just like work off of that, and just see the contrast in the styles and stuff, man. It's pretty cool
even
stuff.
his interpretation of the story, because I remember I would describe it one way, but then he would, it's always different when you write it versus when it's illustrated, right?
Absolutely.
And he didn't have to explain it, but he's like, look, I know you wrote it this way, but let me show you why I did it this way. Yeah. And he always nailed it. And so it was like, there was like full trust because he was an artist. It's easier when you're talking to an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because, and what made it easy is because you enjoyed the book.
Absolutely.
And it showed in your work.
I loved the genre. And it was, again, I was new to the thing. I was excited about the whole thing. So yeah, man, you caught me at a very good time, Sam.
Yeah. Well, that's something that we haven't talked about. What is Forbidden about? Like, what is the story of Forbidden for those who maybe have no idea what the hell?
Take it away, Sammy.
Forbidden it's a story about a family, right? And basically, and that's been cursed for generations, because centuries ago, villagers went into a forbidden forest, and rather than giving up their people, the ones that survived the forest, they chose not to, and they did to protect their own. But because of that, they were cursed by Nocron. Nocron is pure evil, and so they woke up in the morning. They were burned by the sun, and 50 of them made it underground, and they were never to be seen again. Right. So we fast forward centuries later. They've lived underground in caverns. They've never seen the surface of the world since, and the world has evolved. And Nocron's evolved with the world in the human form of David Hunter, who is this oligarch. He's this billionaire, and his goal is to, rule the globe. And there's a legend that says, the day that the son of Vox rises from the ashes is the key to Nocron's destruction. And that's how we start the story. It starts off with the sun, right? So there's his name. He earns the name Sin. His real name was Starticus, and that's the name I gave him at the time. And it sounded great then. But he earns the name Sin because he committed the ultimate sin against his family, right? So the book starts off with the son asking the question, Father, how do you know this curse still exists? We've been down here for ages. And the father, rather than listening to his son, he decides to lock him up until he gets rid of these foolish thoughts. And that begins the journey, which triggers a series of events where Sin escapes with the aid of his love interest to the surface. But to do that, they had to commit the ultimate sin and commit murder to escape. And now him hitting the surface triggers a series of events because now David Hunter's alerted that the son of Vox has risen. So they have to get him before he becomes their destruction. At the same time, the father is torn because the sister, Desiree, wants to protect her brother. But the father wants to protect the clan, the people. And so they're at odds. So there's turmoil from within. The sister knows that she needs her brother back. So she risks her life to go on a journey to seek aid, and it just spirals from there. So there's a lot of twists and turns, and you see some character designs like Shaku. He is an African prince, right? And you'll find out in the story what role he plays in the series, right? You have Viejo, which is one of my favorite characters. He's pivotal to the journey. He's tied to the Nocturnals in some way, and you'll find out in the story. And he is Sin's first contact on the surface. And there's Donovan Limbo. He's the aide of David Hunter. He plays a critical role sometimes, and you won't expect. So there's a lot of twists and turns, and there's some hidden elements to it. So it's really about family. It's about betrayal. It's love, right? It's hate. It's deception. It's evil, is magic, and it's I was sitting here earlier today. I was sitting outside talking to the universe before we launched the campaign, and I was trying to figure out what was the inspiration at the time, because I believe, and I say it, you hear me say it many times, whenever we're in that creative mode, something or some entity is like feeding you information, right? And we're just a tool. And when I read the book, similar to what you said, Anibal, when I read the book, I got inspired again, and I got excited, and it's like, and I'm like, I want to. You're telling the story, right? It's like it brings you in, and I wish I can capture the magic of when I wrote it at the moment that I did 25 years ago. Yeah. But I knew that I wanted to break into comics so bad, and I wanted to prove that I was a creator, a multifaceted creator. So I know that was one of my first full-fledged scripts that I wrote from start to finish, like a project that I wanted to create in this world. But I wish I can tap into what that was, that influence.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you about that, but real quick, I just want to go to the chat. Lou says, Lori, I'm used to Sam throwing out random pop quiz challenges. But then Lori says, I'm sad there was no karaoke.
Oh, dang.
Lou says, I'm waiting on the Name That Tune round. And Lori agrees.
Name the tune. Well, we're two backers away from getting to the first raffle. So we're getting closer to the first raffle.
So I wanted to add to what you were saying about Forbidden, Sam. Like, as someone myself who's kind of into I don't want to say spirituality or anything like symbolism. I believe in a lot of symbolism, and there's a lot of heavy themes in the story Forbidden, which are totally relatable, especially as a man, that father son kind of butting heads. I think we can all, to a certain degree, guys our age can relate to that.
Yeah.
And I feel that element of it pulled me in on a personal level. It kind of struck a chord with me, with my own relationship with my own father. And you touch on a lot of serious themes within the story, even though it's a fantasy, action adventure tale. There's a lot of like real human stuff in there that could apply to any genre, and I think that was part of the appeal, aside from like drawing cool, stuff.
Yeah.
That actually kept me interested in the story.
It's funny that you say that, because I was the youngest boy in my family. I didn't grow up with a dad, right? So, and I had to be like the protector.
Gotcha.
Right, the youngest boy, but the protector. We grew up in tough neighborhoods, and my mom, wasn't wealthy, and it was almost like I was always trying to prove something.
Gotcha.
Right, and that's what Sin is trying to do. He's trying to prove something to his dad. But he's always been seen as the rebel.
Gotcha.
Right, so I don't know how much of that was in it when I wrote it. But when you asked, as you started talking, I was like, wait, at that time in my life, it was a tumultuous time in my family.
It's in there. It's definitely in there.
And so that was my outlet.
When did you create it? And like, what year did you actually sit down and actually wrote down? Like, remember writing down like the first concept for it or whatever?
All I remember is that what I can tell you. What I do remember is I sat down and I wanted to create a story about a father and son,
right?
And this thing between the two, and I came up with the word Sin. And I said, why is his name Sin? That's not his birth name. What is his birth name? Why did he get the name Sin? Because of what he did. Why did he do it? Is because his father. What was it about his father? And that's how I started writing it. So it started off with the character, and I started working my way around it.
You were an adult, though. You weren't a kid. You were an adult.
Yeah.
So I think that, and we spoke about this before. Like, we're like, when we're younger, or before we know so many things, like now we talk about knowledge is power, ignorance is bliss. When we're creating, the less we know about what we're doing wrong, the easier it is to create.
Yeah.
Once you start getting in your head that this should be written like this, and this is the rule for that, and writing means this, and show don't tell, and blah blah blah. Once you start thinking about all that stuff, the creativity. And I'm not saying you can't create around that, but I'm saying like that raw emotional stuff that you don't care if you get wrong, you just put it on paper. You kind of like are afraid to kind of do it wrong, so it kind of stops you. Because ignorance is bliss, right? Because
I say this all the time, George. To your point, it inhibits you. It kind of it kind of puts like a fence around you, so you can't cross that fence. Whereas before, you don't even know the fence is there, or you don't care that it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you're free to roam and free to create. But I would say this, for me, from my experience, I'm better for knowing what I know now as opposed to what I didn't know before. You know what I'm saying? I was probably happier not knowing. It was easier, but my stuff, my material, my product or whatever, my storytelling is better now for knowing. I'll give it that much. You know what I mean?
And this is why I think when we write stories, we should just write them. We should just write them, put them on paper, right? The crappiest stuff, whatever you want, just put it on paper and refine it as you go along. But don't stop yourself from writing just because you're afraid that somebody's not going to like it, because they're not going to see your first draft anyway. They shouldn't.
And it's the same. It's the same premise for Crazy Comics, right? We went in there, we didn't know the rules, and we were just doing what we were surviving, and we were just having fun, right? So where other people like, how did they do that? We didn't know that there was a format to do certain things. We just started doing it. We didn't have money to print color copies, but we had a connect that we were able to get color copies, right? We were folding our own stuff, right? I remember sitting on the floor, packing all of these mail outs, sending it to every newspaper editor and every radio host, and I was spending my own money just shipping press kits left and right all over the country, trying to get exposure. You didn't know that there's a format and you needed this and you needed that. We were just breaking rules and having fun. I think that, to your point, that's the purest form of creativity, when you're uninhibited and when you're just inspired.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're playing. We were talking about that before. We're just playing. This is our yard, and we're just kind of just out here having a good time and playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what it is. But yeah, no, it is a fun story. Was there a character, Aniwa, that you didn't get to draw that you were like, damn, I wish I had gotten a chance to draw that?
I got to draw him like I think once for like a pinup I did. I wanted to rock out Shaku and that panther, bro. That was a dope ass visual, bro. And even Sin, like with his get up, like one. Well, I'm not gonna give too much away, but like when he transforms, I wanted to rock that out. But like, I didn't get to that part of the story. I had already, parted ways or whatever with the story at that point. But yeah, that would have been something to definitely.
Because you had seen those characters, right?
Yeah,
you had seen everything. You knew
I still have the Bible somewhere, like that thick thing that sent with all the visuals. I have that here somewhere in my studio. But yeah, I'd seen all of them, and I was like, I can't wait to draw that guy. He looks cool. But yeah, I didn't get to. But
Sam, what was the inspiration for Viejo?
Oh, my grandfather, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
My grandfather. I wish I had photos of my grandfather. He had that look. He had that weathered look. My grandfather would smoke his Marlboros, right? Mm-hmm. And he's an ex-military. He was an MP in the military. He was a bad dude. And he had a body like Bruce Lee. Like he was like skinny, ripped, and he was strong as heck, and he was mean. But he would sit there with his Marlboro and his Budweiser, and he would tinker with televisions. Right? He would just have like 7 televisions opened up, and he's just tinkering all day. And but he had that look, like that old, like wisdom in his eyes, but he's seen things and experienced things. It was just that look, and that was the inspiration behind. Because we used to call him Viejo all the time, and and that was like the inspiration behind it.
Daphne says, have you reread Forbidden recently? And did you find yourself reading it as a creator or a fan? I keep getting sucked in when I reread my stuff.
A fan. I sometimes I read it and I'm like, oh shit, I wrote this. You know what I mean? So you ever read, because you start reading it, because I love the characters so much, and I forget some of the stories. I forgot some names, and so I went back and read it. I was like, that was the name. Oh, that's what happened, right? Because you have to go back and because it's been so long, right? And but no, I read it as a fan, and was very grateful to not want to finish that project, but also to work with Anibal and Prime Santra and find Eric Ifata. And even David Keeles, who blessed us with that cover. It was like, I feel like I was fortunate to work with the right people to put this together.
Lori says she got to run. Have a good night. Congrats on the launch, Sam. Later, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
All right, Lori.
Yeah, no, it's funny, man. Like when you reread your stuff, like I'm sure, like Anila, you've gotten to like finish some of your own stuff now. Like when you reread your stuff, what's your reaction to your
stuff?
Man,
I still like, I look at everything first and foremost as a fan. So I still get excited when I read stuff. I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. Like I'm like a kid with that stuff, man. Like I'll even go back like stuff that we did before, and I'm just fascinated by it all, bro. Like that, I'm first and foremost, I'm a fan. I'll always be a fan, brother. I always approach it like that, and it always hits me that way. And I think a part of that feeling is kind of what keeps me in it. You know what I mean? Wanting to come back to get that feeling,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys don't read it with like a critic's eye. Like you don't look at it to find like, damn.
I'll do that occasionally, but I'll do that more with the artwork. Like I'll look at stuff and be like, damn, I could have drawn that better. Like that for sure. I look at that like with a critical eye. I'm like, oh, I could draw anatomy way better now. Like that for sure. But the experience of the read, the story, I get right back into the world, man. Yeah. How about you, George? Do you look at yourself at your own stuff like critically, like when you're reading it?
No, I think it's like you said, right? I think I read it as a fan of my work.
Yeah.
And honestly, like it's so hard to give yourself credit when you're creating it.
Yeah.
It's nice to finish it, read it, and actually like what you've written.
Yeah.
That is so rewarding because we can be very critical. And you're right with the artwork. I was at the Comic-Con this weekend, and I don't think I'm the best artist, right? But I whatever. I'll draw myself. So I have a print that I did for Wonder Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it sounds so stupid, but it's so rewarding to hear somebody say, "Oh, that's sick." I want that one. To hear like somebody else,
somebody outside. Yeah.
I want that one. That's sick, especially when it's like a younger audience, because kids are very critical and they will be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you hear something like that, it really, really makes you say, "All right, you know what? I'm not so bad. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like
Bro,
especially when it comes to art.
I go back and forth. I always say I'm my own biggest fan, but also my worst critic. So like it's like a little duel I have with myself sometimes. I get in there and I'm excited, like right after I create something, and then maybe a week later I look back at it, I'm like, damn, I could have did that better. You know, that's me. It's always in me. I go back and forth with it. You know.
Yeah,
I think we all do that.
Yeah,
I think,
it's got to be a human thing, right? Yeah.
yeah. I think with Forbidden, I've grown to appreciate. You know what it is, because like I got when we launched the Kickstarter for Forbidden Zero in one a few years ago. One of the readers, one of the backers wrote they truly enjoyed the book and they can't wait to see what happens and whatever. And then in the back in the days, I was heavy on sending it to critics, and so I think I walked away like not wanting to touch it anymore, right? And I was like, you know what? There are people who enjoy it, and I want to keep it as pure as it is. If I ever decide to add to the lore and to tell, because I'm writing short stories as prose for the characters to continue their legacy and tell their backstories.
Cool.
That's another thing. If we get to a specific milestone in next year in 2026, right? We're in 2025. In 2026, everybody who backed the campaign will get 2 digital download short stories for free that I'll just email you guys of some backstories that I'm writing for 2 of the characters. So more to come on that if we get to the certain milestone. So, but yeah, I decided when I went back to read it as I was preparing to launch this campaign, I was like, you know what? I want to tell what happened here. I want to tell that story because we don't know what happened, and it's intriguing to me. And so, because I started asking questions, I said, and I went back and looked at the bios and everything that I wrote in the past. It's like, there's some elements I need to close the gap on this. I would love to tell this story from this perspective, and then this story from this perspective, right? Because there's a lot that happens in those tunnels that no one knows about. We don't tell about how Desiree and Shaku met, right? There's a lot of stuff that I can play with. So that's where I was like, you know what? I can write 50-page short story prose, and if we get to a milestone, I'll send it out for free to people. No art, just story. Because because to Daphne's point, I got inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it does. It does inspire
man.
you.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Sam? Do you have other stories you want to tell outside of like Duty and Forbidden, and like, do you have
Cosmic? Cosmic Wars. So so Cosmic Wars is coming next year. So Cosmic Wars is coming next year. I'm going to get that out of my system. It's been itching. It's bothering the heck out of me. And I added him to Duty's Monsters. I added him into the last issue number 7 of Designated in My Toilet. Gorf is coming next year. So I've been thumbnailing. I'm actually, the great thing about it is I have the storyboards. I'm redrawing everything. So I have the storyboards from so it's going to follow that template, but I already I'm using that as my thumbnails because my coloring has changed. Everything has changed.
Bro.
Back then I was using a lot of 3D, so I'm not using any 3D. And you'll see if you picked up Duty's Monsters, that's what you can expect from Gorf. So Gorf is coming next year. So I'm getting that out of my system, and I can't wait. And I'm working on a bad cover. So I'm just like, it's more to come. Yeah. So everyone's kept asking me, and it's like, and every time I'm like, all right, that's the one I want to work on. And outside of that, I would love to work on Alf. If there's ever an opportunity to write an Alf, if it comes back to TV, or if they decide to do it as a comic book, I would love to write for Alf. That's my dream.
They haven't done that, right? They haven't.
No, they were bringing it back, but they haven't done so yet. They brought back Toyline. They haven't brought back so I don't know if they're still working on it. They're still working on licensing. I don't know what it is, but because they were at Licensing Expo when I was there promoting the fact that they're coming back, and they released a new toy line. But that's the only thing I've ever wanted to work on is an Alf book, or G.I. Joe. But that's it.
What about you? What about you, Anibal? What you got? What do you got coming up?
Wow. I got a few things I've been working on, man, for like many, many years. Like Sam said, stuff that I just got to get out of my system. As you know, George, I start stuff and then I move on to other stuff. So I literally have, I'll tell you right now, I got 4 projects that I work on, that I've been working on for years. And the one that I'm concentrating on lately, like lately, by lately, I mean like the last year or so, is diecast, which is basically, I guess you could say like my ode or homage to all the stuff we grew up on in the 80s and 90s, like cartoon wise, you know, Saturday morning cartoons. It's kind of like a mixture of like He-Man and Transformers. It's like this big space opera story, and the main character is like this really cool looking, well, to me he's cool looking, metallic skinned dude who's just like kick ass. He's an ex-military guy who has like, you know, something happened to him that turned him around, and he's basically turned his back on what he used to do, and now he's like this free spirit. He's basically what I probably would be if I wasn't a responsible married man. Okay, he spends money on women, he drinks all night, he fights in bars, and he just lives a wild life. Okay, so it's basically how I see myself if I wasn't responsible Anibal. And it's just a really fun story, man. I'm having a blast with it. During the story, like I started learning. It was while I was in school. I went to a school during the time, and I learned digital coloring. So like I'm doing all of it myself. Everybody tells me I'm crazy. You shouldn't do that. It's a lot of work. Hire out. You know, all of my professors were saying that, but I'm a little stubborn when it comes to that. And like I said, I'm having a blast with it. And if the time comes where I feel I need that, I'm open to it. So I'm not against it. It's just right now I feel I got it in me and I want to rock it out while I can. So hopefully the first part of it, because I'm doing it as a graphic novel, but in portions, the first part of it, and mark my word, George, I should have you the finished artwork by spring so that you can letter that bad boy. So it's out there.
Spring. All right, we got it on record, bro. We got it on record.
It's on record, bro. It's on record. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, and you're coloring, man, because you're a painter.
I have a painter's background. Before I did comics, I was a portrait artist. Okay, I used to do like wedding pictures, baby pictures, graduation, you know, bar mitzvahs, all that. You know, I actually did oil paintings of people. That's my background. So I have a very strong understanding of color and painting and all that. So now I just get to apply it digitally, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. So
nice. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Yeah. No. So spring. Look out
brother.
For some stuff. That's
yes,
awesome.
sir.
That's awesome, brother. That is awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. Yo, so tomorrow I will be signing. I'll take this little time out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be at Long Island Comic Shop, and I will be signing the first issue of Wonder Dog that's going to retail stores.
Awesome.
I will be there from 11. It's a full day tomorrow, 11 to 8. I will be there breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're gonna have to kick me out, bro. They're gonna have to kick me out. So so I'll be there. Big shout out to the guys over at Long Island Shop,
beautiful
Long Island Comic Shop in Long Island, New York, Lynbrook. So if you guys are in the area, stop by. I'll be there all day.
Yeah,
signing books.
Thursday morning, I'm driving to San Antonio for the Big Texas Comic Con.
Is that a 4-day show?
It's a 3-day show. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So setup is Thursday. William Russell's going to be there. George Solis is going to be there. A few other people going to be there. So we're probably going to go to dinner a few nights in a row. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to the drive because the drive is always taxing on the body for that long period.
5 hours?
5 hours, a little over 5 hours. Yeah.
You know, George O'Connor, he's an artist. He's a writer. He's got a book that was on. He said something really cool, man, about like, and it reminded me of like us and stuff like that. He said that for years.
Who is this, George?
George O'Connor. He's a writer. Yeah, really cool dude. I hung out with him at the New York Comic Con.
Okay.
He sent out. I've subscribed to his newsletter, and he was just doing a recap on Comic Con. And I say this because you mentioned William and you mentioned Joe. So he said that for years, he always went to these parties after the convention, looking to see if he can get put on by an artist that maybe had been in the industry longer than he had.
Right.
Always looking up to see if he can meet up with somebody, not realizing that they don't want to hang out with us because they have their own crew.
Yes.
But once you realize that they have their own crew and you start creating your own crew, You're no longer looking for that acceptance or to be put on. You're looking to kind of like just do you. And eventually, organically, you can maybe get put on because you've already put in the work. So just don't get worried about, oh man, I didn't get to meet that guy that I wanted to talk to put me on. Just go out there, find your tribe, find your crew, the guys that are going through it right now. Find those people.
Yes, sir.
And surround yourself by them, because they're the ones that are going to push you to be more creative, better. You know what I mean? And I thought that was like, that made so much sense. So like when you talk about Sam, you moved away from New York, away from all the guys that you already knew, me, Aníbal, Brian. Now you're in a whole new world. You were kind of forced to find these guys now. And William shows up, and Lori is there. You know what I'm saying? Lou, to a certain extent, even though you haven't met her yet. This guy, Joe. And you guys will help each other become more creative. And you're going through the trenches. And that's what it's about. That's what indies are about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Marco.
Marco DeFilio, I feel like we waste so much time trying to find that artist that's going to put us on. Like as if Todd McFarlane is suddenly going to be like, yeah, come hang out with us.
And that's for me, to your point.
I gotta go, guys. This is pretty much it for me. Yeah, man, I gotta work tomorrow. But thanks for having me on, guys, man.
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Anytime you guys want, you're doing something or whatever like this, call on your boy, bro. I'm always there for you, right?
Let's do it, bro.
All right,
brother.
Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Right.
Peace.
Yeah, to your point, Marco. Nice shout out, Marco. Listening in the background, peeping. He's peeping in the background. Yeah, same thing. Like with I think coming out here, and me, because you were always the guy that it was almost like you gave. It was like you sized people up before I got involved, right? It was like you was always the guy that connected with everybody first, because I was always very like skeptical. Out here, I had to build relationships out there, and I'm very specific. I don't like chaos. I just want to create. I just want to have fun, and I love talent, right? That's how Marco and I connected, and Lou. I mean, even you think
you're honest about the talent you like. You know what I'm saying? Like Lou, Marco, like these two, just those two, for example, because they're in the chat. Incredible artists, fantastic artists.
They inspire me. You know what I mean? So it's like so for me, it's like they always say, it was like you're a byproduct of the people you surround yourself with, right? You get in, so, and I think for me, I want to be around people who just want to create, have fun, enjoy life, and not the other stuff that comes along with it, because we deal with that every day. But when you're in the creative space, you just want to create and have fun and learn from each other and talk to each other and talk smack and whatever it is, and grow, right? And so that's what I love. Shout out to Texas, because everybody that I've met in Texas has been so accommodating and welcoming, and hospitable. Very different. Even the promoters. I mean, when you think about like the Chris Hayes of the world and the Brian Kellys of the world, that they've just like embraced, they both came up to me at conventions and say, hey, well, I'd love you to come to my convention and whatever, boom. And you don't see that a lot, right? And being able to have the anthology and attend shows. I mean, LitCon, I'm doing LitCon next year. I'm a guest at LitCon every year, and they welcome me with open arms. They love duty. They embrace me, and that for me, that's all I want. I mean, as we're getting older, we don't want nonsense. We just want to have fun. And I truly appreciate the creatives out here. Every single one of them. I mean, William Russell. I mean, his art is fire. I love it. I mean, and his work ethic is sick.
Insane.
No,
he's a talented artist. And you know what? I mean, people. I was talking to his fiance now at the show. So congratulations to them. And we were talking about how sometimes people come off a little brash or whatever, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. And I think that's what you're getting when you meet people like this. And it's okay.
Yes.
Because it's at the end of the day, it's about the art, and it's about getting stuff done. And I think, hustle respects hustle.
Yes.
That's just what it is. If somebody sees you hustling, they have no choice but to respect your hustle. Otherwise, you're just a hater. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's how can you hate hustle? You can't hate hustle. You know what I mean? And respect it, embrace it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, and I don't care what anybody says about William, because he's cool with me. I remember he asked me, him and Lori, right? And I was like, the nerve of them asking me. They should know. They were like, they were asking me what they should do to drive their Kickstarters. I said, what are you talking about? You guys are pros. You know what I'm saying? When I look at the hustle that him and Lori Calcaterra have, like these guys are just, they're creating the rule book. They're creating the playbook. I said, I need to figure out what you do. Right. And I said, so I think keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is working. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's the humility that they had, right? That's that artist humility where you don't think it's good enough, or am I doing enough, or whatever. We start doubting ourselves. But the honest part of it is that they these guys are really good at what they do.
That Lou says, thank you. I'm always inspired by our chats. He had fun on your last draw stream.
Yeah, that was fun. Yes. Yeah, that was the last piece I did was Desera with demons in the back.
Yeah, no, and that's what it's about, man. That's what, like, for whatever reason, this Comic-Con, I left feeling so inspired, dude, just because I was surrounded by positive people.
Yeah.
There was no drama. It was just guys who loved what they did and were rooting for each other to do better. Like Elliot Mondry, for example, big shout out to him with his book. You Never Know, that's on Kickstarter right now. He's killing it. But he's so supportive. He's so supportive, and he's genuine about it. You know what I mean?
Dan Price. I mean,
Dan Price, Bigfoot.
Dan Price. I mean, nobody. I mean, I see his hustle game at conventions. The guy's he's got it locked down, right?
Yeah.
And I love his work. And so when I always look forward to finding out if he's going to be at a show I'm going to be at, because I love to connect. And but it's that it's and like Marco DeFilio, right? The guy is fantastic. He should be working for Marvel right now. Marvel. I don't know what's wrong with you people, right? And but he's another one, right? So when I remember when we first met, I don't look at other artists or creatives as like a threat. I was like, yo, this guy has so much. Why isn't he signed? Why isn't he? You know what I mean? So it's like you feel like, yo, dude. So I think that's what it is that when you see somebody's hustle and you recognize the talent, you want to be able to like, yo, whatever I can do to help, it's like, boom, keep pushing it, and, but, I think that's what it is. It's, life's too short, bro, and envy is it's destructive. And,
it sucks the life out of you.
It is. I mean, who has the energy to be envious? I think it's just wish everybody the best and, keep pushing it forward. And, that's why we do the podcast. I mean, that's the reason why we started Catch the Craze podcast is because to shine a light on the people that we're working in the game with, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the spirit of it all. I can go on about that forever, but so we're gonna get close to wrapping this show up, and so we haven't hit the 10 backer mark yet. We're 2 backers away from the first spin the wheel. If we don't make it tonight, we'll spin the wheel next week. And we did get somebody who did get a secret reward, so that was pretty dope.
Oh shoot, nice.
Yeah. Right. And it's a new backer, so shout out to that new backer of the campaign. So we're at 8 right now, and we are, I don't even know what the percentage is to the campaign. I need assistance.
You gotta look at that on the app.
Yeah, so we're 30% funded. That's where we are. We're 30% funded, and so when we get to the 50% mark, we'll unlock another free digital download. The first one that we unlocked was Rush 5377. So everybody gets a copy of Rush 5377 by George Medina. And if you back this campaign and you back the shameless plug, you're going to get 2 free prints, one from me, one from George. And if every 10 backers, we're going to be raffling, and I just want to show it again. Cycle Sal with the cover by me of Duty as Cycle Sal. The mashup, that's the first raffle. Another raffle is going to be the free comic book day anthology where the Herman stories inside of it. It's pretty dope. And then another raffle is going to be a free copy of the comic strip newspaper that Duty's in. So Yeah, so I'm raffling three different things. Leave the drama and negativity behind. Going into 2026, we're all tired of it. Yeah, man, I don't have the energy for it.
There's no reason, man. There's no reason for it.
No reason for it. And you know, it's life's too short. Now, oh, we're at 9. We're 1 away. We're 1 away.
Let's freaking go.
Yeah, man. I didn't even see that one. I just turned the page and it was like, what the bloody hell?
There you go.
Thank you, number 9. I appreciate you. We're at 32%. So we're almost there. And we're getting closer to that first raffle. But if we don't make it tonight, again, I promise you, next week right here on Catch the Craze, we'll be spinning that wheel and raffling off some free prizes. But yeah, you know what? Forbidden, if you don't know anything about Forbidden, please peruse through the Kickstarter. If you got the links for the secret. Oh, number 9, what's up? What's that, Keith? Who's that? Yeah, what's up? Collector Detector. I like that. Collector Detector.
Detector. Nice.
Sounds like a cartoon. Yeah, what's up, KJ in the house? Thank you, my brother. Another OG from the block, man.
Yes. Right? Keith was one of those guys, man.
Yeah, Comic Artists Guild.
Yeah.
CAG. Man, back in the days. Cool, yeah, man. So Forbidden. It is the Scroll of Nocron. Death comes with light. Beneath the earth, a cursed race rises, hunted by shadows, bound by blood, and doomed to vanish in the light of day. They were cursed centuries ago. It starts off with a question. Dad, how do you know this curse still exists? We've been down here for ages. And that was the beginning of a series of events that unleashed Forbidden and is giving rise to the Nocturnals. So give this book a chance. It has heart. It's about family. It's about betrayal. It's about deception. It's dark magic. There's science, fantasy. Fantastic people worked on it. George Medina did the lettering. Anibal Arroyo did the first couple of issues because it was a 6-issue book. It's a 200-page omnibus. Eric Ifata did the wraparound cover. He's a fantastic concept artist and gaming artist. Prime Santra did the other 100 pages of the book. He's a fantastic illustrator. Barbara Soroji did the colors, and David Keelis did a variant cover, which is available as a print on this campaign. So shout out to the Wolf. The guy is fantastic and the ultimate comic collector. He has more comics than I got here. But yeah, so shout out to everybody else, and shout out to everybody that came out tonight. So again, we're at 32% funded. We're almost there. The goal is 1250. We got 29 days to go. If you got the link to the secret rewards, check it out because they'll go. We already sold. Someone already picked it up. There's only 10 available on the secret rewards. Awesome. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack on this campaign. Your help is going to help me get this book into your hands. But not only that, but also get it into stores because the goal is to have it distributed next year into bookstores. And this is the beginning for next year. Next year, Duty Forbidden will start hitting stores. And your support helps make it happen. So I appreciate every single one of you, which is why I'm giving so much away. So thank you for coming out tonight. Before we leave, I'm just going to play that video one more time.
Hold on, I got two more spins on the wheel.
You got 2 more spins? All right, let's spin one and then I'll play the video. We spin the other.
Let's do it.
Let's add to page.
Let's add this bad boy to the page.
Add to page. Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, I got to remove this one. Remove. All right, there it is. Add to page.
Here we go. All right, and then 3, 2, 1. Now remember, this is to unlock the little bottle cap reward for those who are going to get a free graphic novel when it's complete. So let's do this.
Round and round and go. Where it stops, no one knows.
Let's do this. It is number
38.
40.
Oh, 40. Wow. Damn, that was close. I was rooting for you, 38. I was rooting for you.
Damn. All right, so we're going to remove 40. We're going to go to the video, and then we're going to come back.
And we're gonna spin another one. So be here for the spin. Here it is. Boom.
Hey guys, many of you know that I've created There's an Alien in My Toilet, but you might not know about Forbidden. This 200-page omnibus epic fantasy series is 25 years in the making, and I've worked with amazing artists, colorists, and letterers to bring it life to you right here, right now, finally on Kickstarter. Forbidden is filled with magic, mystery, adventure, drama, lore, deception. The campaign is filled with exclusives and limited editions and rare finds that you can only get on this Kickstarter. And if you signed up early to be notified, that means you received a secret link to a secret reward tier, which is limited to a few. So get your hands on it and get it now because it's gonna go fast. But to everybody else, you won't miss out because there's a lot to offer and unpack with this amazing fantasy series. So pledge today, enter the Forbidden. Let's finally put an end to Nocron's reign on the Nocturnals, and let's give rise to those who have been confined to the underground for centuries. Are you in? I hope so. Pledge today.
It is.
Are you in? Pledge today.
Pledge.
Pledge today. All right, ready for the next spin?
Do it. Yes.
All right,
let's do the next spin.
Round
All
and
right, here
round
we
we go. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Here we go. All right, let's see who's got it. Who's got it? Number
29.
Number 29 is the winner. Now remember, those that I just called, those numbers that I just called, they're gonna get one of these included in their package when I send it out. The goal is to find me at any convention. I'll have it on my website where I will be. Find me and I will hand you a copy of the completed graphic novel of The Shameless Plug when it's finished in the spring. So after that, sometime in the spring, I'll be at conventions. I'll be carrying these books with me. So if you find me, come get me because I'll give you a free copy of the book. So tell everybody about it. Every 10 backers, we're spinning the wheel. We spun 4 times today. Hopefully we'll spin some more times on the next show, which is next week. Sammy, what do we got next week? Who do we have next week?
Next week, who do we got on the show next week? Let me take a look. Let me open up the app. Calendly. In fact, I got to reschedule somebody because I got a company event. Let's see. Next week. Oh, next week's the 21st. Yeah, we have a repeat. We have Holly Rousing. Holly is another successful. She has really good successful campaigns. She's a writer, so she'll be back on the show. So that's pretty. Yeah, we haven't spoken to her in over a year, so looking forward to catching up with her next week. I do want to give a shout out to again to Jason Cruz. Jason Cruz, he did the World of Quest. It was an animated series on the Kids WB back in the days. He started out with us back in the days. He just released his first comic book, not on a Kickstarter, but through his website. And it's called Faded Surviving Magic. If you check it out, go to his website. I guess just type in Jason Cruz with a Kruse. And then there's tons of fantastic creatives out there. And we just unlocked Rush 5377, a digital reward. When we get to 50%, we'll be unlocking another digital reward. And when we get to 50% funded. So nice. And we have 8 rewards to unlock that you get free. So everybody's going to get the free digital downloads. And again, just so that you see, if you're watching this on replay and you don't know, you get this everybody, all physical backers who back this campaign and Rush 5377 get this Duty as Conan piece that I did. And George is giving the Shameless Plug piece right there that for everybody who backs his campaign in mind. So you're getting 2 prints as well. So a lot of good stuff. And we're 1 backer away. So next week, hopefully we'll be spinning that wheel. Hopefully we'll spin more than once next week. And we get past the 20 backer mark. And thank you again for coming out. Thank you for supporting us on Cast the Craze podcast. Thank you for being here, all you talented creatives out there. When we grow, the independent community grows, so please give us a like, subscribe, share. And if you can't back it, please share it with your community and let everybody know where to find Forbidden on Kickstarter. I truly appreciate it, and I truly understand. And thank you again. This has been fun.
Yes. And don't forget, tomorrow I will be in Long Island. I will be signing from 11 to 8 at Long Island Comic Shop. Come see me. I will be there with my book, The Adventures of Wonder Dog, issue number 1, the retail edition. I'll have the spinning wheel. I'll be having some fun. So come check me out.
Yes.
At the shop.
And Texas Comic Con, I'm coming. I'll be there this Thursday setting up. So if you're going to be at Texas Comic Con, come and see me. I'm in Artist Alley. It's going to be fun. It's my first time there. It's a 3-day show. I'm going to be tired because I'll be closing up that night and driving back home that night. So I'll be getting home at 2 a.m. But with that said, I am Sam the Crazy Man Vera.
George the Dreamer Medina.
And we are it's just easy. It's not.
Crazy. Acquiesce.
No, it's talking about my friend Acquiesce. Say my name, right? This is what you were thinking? Oh, he described me. He said, I'm the what?
Catch the craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.